Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Bad International. My name's PJ, the founder and owner of Bad International. So today's video is about the rifle that we use for the Rifle World shoot, which is this right here. Now this one is an LMT Shovelnose. We do apologize since it's taken us a while to post another video. We've been busy with the Rifle World shoot that was held recently this year in Oulu, Finland. It was held in August 2024. So what is LMT? LMT stands for Lewis Machine and Tool. It was founded by Carl Lewis back in 1980. LMT provides weapons to various military forces overseas. They provide weapons to the UK, to Switzerland, to Estonia, New Zealand, and of course, the US. LMT has been around since the 1980s. They've been making high quality ARs. They're known for their Mars L and then the Mars H platform. They're also known for their 40mm grenade launcher. Unfortunately, we can't get our hands on the 40mm for, obvious reasons, for the fact that it's illegal here in the Philippines to own one. So what does MARS stand for? MARS stand for Modular Ambidextrous Rifle System. Now, the Mars L is their 5.56 platform, and then you can also switch it out to 300 Blackout. And then the Mars H is more of their AR-10 platform. This rifle, what we had in mind when we set this up was that we wanted a rifle to be able to do just about everything. And with this rifle, we actually do try to use it for just about everything. We use it for our night vision classes, and we also use it for CQB classes. Our time in the Rifle World shoot showed us that this rifle right here, even though it's an SBR, it's only 12 inches long, it was still pretty good for long distance targets, which is about, well, the farthest target was just about 300 meters, 320 meters. We were able to hit those targets with this rifle right here. And with it being short, it was very good, actually. It was very good for those up close targets, basically the CQB stages that we saw in the Rifle World shoot. So now let's take a closer look on what we have on the rifle. The handguard and the upper receiver is a monolithic piece. So what that means is that it's one piece. The handguard is connected to the upper receiver. LMT is very famous for having their receivers built like that. It's one solid piece. Basically, you won't have to worry about rotating handguards or your handguard getting loose. While we're here at the middle of the rifle, this tool right here is used for these screws that allow you to quickly detach your barrel from your upper. Now, what that means is that you could switch out calibers on the go. It'll only take a few minutes. So you can go from 5.56 to 300 Blackout, or on their AR-10 platform, you could go from 308 to 6.5. And that also means that you could switch out your barrel length. You could go from an SBR, right, kind of like this one, a 12-inch, to a 14.5 or even a 16-inch barrel. So let's move on to the front of the rifle. So what we have up front is a Surefire Warden. Now this Warden is attached to a Surefire War Comp. It's a close-tie flash hider, the one that we used for this one. It has a Warden on it. It acts as a blast diffuser, and mainly because we can't get Surefire suppressors here in the Philippines, which is a pretty unfortunate fact, but such is life. We can't get everything we want. Let's move on to the light. Now the light is also Surefire, because Surefire is awesome. No sponsorship, by the way, you know, we're not sponsored by them. We just love Surefire products. What we have up front is an M600 Scout light. Now this one right here has white light. Switch it over. WH gives you white light. And then switch it over to this side and you have an IR illuminator. Now, why do we have this? It's because our aiming device doesn't have an IR illuminator included. So this one right here is a Steiner D-Ball i2. They don't have an IR illuminator, but what they do have is a visible laser and an IR laser that you can see under night vision goggles. Moving on to the handguard, the Shovelnose got its name because, as you can see here, there's a cutout up front. The Picatinny rail up top doesn't go all the way. The cutout is for the piston system for LMT. Now the piston system for LMT, it has two settings. You have suppressed and not suppressed. Now the Shovelnose, you can switch it out to LMT's gas operated barrels. You could do it, you could use it. It just doesn't look as nice as having a piston right there in the cutout. Now, if you're gonna go with piston, they have it in 12 inches, 14.5, as well as 16 inch. What we have here is the activator switches. Now this one is the Unity mod button, and then this one's a Unity HRF. Now the HRF activates the light, and then the mod button activates the IR. Why do we have it set up that way? It's so that we don't accidentally activate the white light and give our position away or something like that. At least with IR, you can only see it under night vision. Underneath the handguard, what we have here is just a basic Magpul MVG. What does MVG stand for? It's the M-LOK vertical grip. MVG is the one that attaches to M-LOK directly, and then the RVG attaches to a Picatinny rail. What we have here on the side is a rail wrap. The thing with piston is that piston's reliable, but they do get pretty hot. Overall, you know, LMT is pretty reliable, whether you're getting a gas-operated upper or a piston-operated upper. They're very, very reliable. That's why militaries all over the world, they prefer LMT. It's very, very high quality. Now, the main optic on the rifle is a Kahles K16i. Now, this scope has the S1 reticle. We absolutely love it. It's so easy to remember your holdover with it. Also, there's like two dots in the S1 reticle. There's one in the center and then one underneath it. Now, you could zero it to 50 meters, 5200 for the center dot, and then right below it would be 25-300. This optic basically made it easy for us to hit long distance targets as well as up close targets during the Rifle World shoot. Now the Kahles K16i, it's called K16i because it has a 1:6 magnification. You can go from 1x all the way to 6x, which is very useful for competition. In fact, this rifle, when we used it for the Rifle World shoot, basically all we did to make it competition ready, we just removed the IR aiming device as well as the flashlight. Off to the side, we have an offset red dot. Now, On the offset red dot that we have on the rifle, this one is a Trijicon RMR because they're very reliable. Now the optics mount is a Unity Tactical. This one right here, it has a height of 2.05 inches. As you can see here, clearance is pretty high. It's perfect so we can clear that IR aiming device. Underneath the optic, we have right here a rear sight. This one is an M-Bus Pro from Magpul. Now, we only have a rear sight because up front on our Steiner, we have a leaf. So this basically acts as a front sight for the rear sight that we have here. Hopefully we won't need it. You know, you never know, optics can break no matter how reliable they are. You know, shit usually happens. Now let's separate the lower receiver from the upper receiver. So what we have here is the piston bolt carrier group from LMT. As you can see here, it's meant for piston. Now this BCG is very reliable. It went pretty well at the Rifle World Shoot, runs pretty well in most of our classes in CQB or in night vision. Moving on to the charging handle that we have here in the rifle. What we have here is a Geisley charging handle. Now, why did we go with Geisley instead of Radian? Actually, we went with Radian first, but we found that Geisley, the charging handle here, it's very easy to rack the gun and then, you know, makes it easy to pull the charging handle. This rifle right here is fitted with a Geisley Super Select Fire. Now, Super Select Fire, it's full auto capable, but it's still legal as long as you don't install an auto sear in your rifle. It'll run as semi-auto, you know, as long as there's no auto sear in your rifle. As you can see here, perfectly legal. There's no auto sear. Just don't mind the hole there. The Geisley Super Select Fire, we just use it in semi-auto because we can't use it in full auto, unfortunately. The Super Select Fire, it basically feels like a competition trigger. You know, it's super smooth, super easy to pull. As you can see here, there's super easy, super light. You can do double taps and follow-up shots real fast. The buffer that we have here is a Geisley H3 buffer. Now, this is a heavy buffer from Geisley, very reliable. What we have here is a B5 SOP mod buttstock. We absolutely love the SOP mod buttstock. Has battery compartments, pretty good cheek weld, and it's pretty stable. Very minimal wobbling. Moving on to the pistol grip, what we have here is a Magpul Myad grip. We absolutely love the Myad grip on our rifles. First off, they're very modular, and then the compartment, we could fit our lubricant inside. Let me show you the other side of the rifle. We just want to show this to you guys. Here's the sticker from the equipment check at the Rifle World Shoot. Proof that we did use this rifle for the Rifle World Shoot. So during the Rifle World Shoot, we also used bipods during the competition. What we have here is a kneeling bipod from Nord Arms. We also have a normal bipod from Atlas right here. As you can see, the standard bipods are much shorter than the kneeling bipod. As you can see here, they're very long, so you can shoot in a very stable manner, kneeling down, hence the name kneeling bipod. The one we have from Nord Arms is absolutely amazing. It's QD. It locks back. It locks onto the rail like this, and then when you want to remove the kneeling bipod, it just detaches itself quickly by pushing this forward. And just like that, you can drop the kneeling bipod. We were able to attach the bipods underneath the rifle with this Picatinny rail section that we have underneath. And then also on this side up front, we have a QD sling attachment. Unfortunately, we forgot our sling today, and But if you're wondering, the sling that we use is an LBX tactical sling. So let's set down the rifle real quick for a quick disclaimer.
The Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption seeks the lifting of the COMELEC gun ban.
Ang usapin ng baril ay parating matunog.
Allowing only law enforcers and private security guards renders private citizens helpless in defending themselves.
Rifle ownership in the Philippines have been restricted. Purchase of new rifles have been banned. Purchase of ammo for 5.56 has been heavily restricted. Former President Rodrigo Duterte put a ban on new rifle ownership. There was also a ban on gun stores selling 5.56 ammunition. Basically, we had to just make do with the stock that we had. We went to the Rifle World Shoot with very little preparation. You could use any gun as a competition rifle, especially if you have an LPVO right here and then an offset red dot. Makes it really easy to just use that gun for competition as well. Also, despite the increased restrictions, we just want to make sure you guys know this is perfectly legal. We have the permit to transport to go to the range, and then we also have a license for our 5.56. Because under Philippine law, in order to bring your gun to the range, you need to secure a permit to transport. If you're trying to get an LMT here in the Philippines, it's going to cost you a hefty sum of money. LMT in the States, they're very expensive already, even more so here in the Philippines. We had to make a special order through Tyro Sorta for Steel and Ammo. Actually, we're not sure if they're still doing special orders. We were just fortunate enough to be able to get a special order. It cost us close to 450,000 pesos, which is around 9,000 US dollars. Quite a big price, but you know, absolutely no regrets. We love this. Absolutely love it. As of the moment, as of this video, there was recent push in the Senate to try and loosen the restrictions for gun owners here in the Philippines. The ban hasn't been lifted completely. We hope that it'll be lifted very soon so that everyone else could get an LMT as well. Now, the Steiner D-Ball i2. Now, we were able to get this through a local importer. It was going for around 350,000 pesos. Ridiculously overpriced, but you know, super worth it. And then Surefire Light, absolutely love the Surefire Light. This one was around 20,000 pesos, which is $400. Moving on to the optics, the Trijicon RMR, we were able to purchase that through Tactical Corner. Tactical Corner sells them for 65,000 pesos, which is around 1,300 US dollars. Now, the Callis K16i, now, this one was expensive. Very expensive, actually. The local distributor in the Philippines is Strong Hand. To get a Callis, it's best to go through them. They're the official distributor. They sold this Callis K16i for around 300,000 pesos, which is around 6,000 US dollars. Very overpriced compared to US prices, but we have no choice, unfortunately, here in the Philippines. The Geisley Super Select Fire, this one right here was around 70,000, 75,000 pesos with Jethro when we got it. We heard that it's much more expensive now. We're not quite sure. 75,000 pesos, it's around 1,400 US dollars. Pretty expensive for a trigger, but since it's Geisley, it's absolutely worth it. There you have it, guys. This is our 12-inch SBR, the LMT Shovelnose. We hope you like it. This rifle right here is basically our do-it-all rifle. Just remove this competition rifle. Keep the IR aiming device. Very good for NVG use. It's short enough for CQB, long enough to hit 300 meters with it. We hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to check out our website, www.thebadinternational.com. Every purchase you make helps us buy cool stuff that we can feature on our channel. Make sure to stay tuned and see you in the next video. Bye guys.